The Afternoons with Joy podcast is presented by United Faith Mortgage. Let their direct lender advantage save you time and money.
Welcome to a new episode of the Afternoons with Joy podcast. I am your host, Joy Summers, and life is too crazy to not have some fun and talk about all of it through the lens of faith, and that's what we're going to do today. At the very end of the podcast, we're going to try to make producer Tom laugh, and I promise you, it is so worth it. You might have that person in your life that their laugh is just contagious. And if you need a good laugh, the joke and the way it's received, it's all hilarious. That's at the very end. But we're kicking off the podcast today talking about the worst way to cool down your home this summer. This is not the time of year that you want appliances breaking. Not only is it hard to get new ones in, but it's really hot to try to fix them.
Oh my goodness. So I went downstairs to get the baby's bottles ready, and I noticed that the freezer door was kind of propped open a little bit. And this was all night. So
no.
I open and I just see condensation everywhere. I see water dripping off chicken and, whatever ice cream we had. We had little ice pops. Yeah, little ice pops for the kids, and it's just completely melted. So
all the food went bad?
Yep, in
I
the
thought
trash.
Your dryer went bad Monday.
It did.
I knew you had an appliance that was broken.
Oh.
So it's not like it's broken, it's just that you broke.
It was like, human error.
Yes. Okay. All of us have done that at some point, and everything is ruined. But I bet your downstairs was cool. I mean, you save money on your AC.
Yes.
That is Stephen Curtis Chapman. I'm Joy, and there's probably one artist whose music really affected you growing up. And for me, it's Stephen Curtis. And that's why I'm so excited. Last night, he won the BMI Icon Award, which no Christian artist has ever won before, because he really is an icon. I found him when I was a teenager, and I was right at that stage where I was wondering if Christianity wasn't cool. You know, when you're like, okay, my parents are into it, I believe in Jesus, but all my friends are listening to other kinds of music and doing other things, and things could have gone either way. And then I found the song Diving In. I found Stephen Curtis Chapman, and God just had me fall in love with this music. He got a hold of my heart. The rest of it is history, but if you've got a teen and they're struggling with their faith, I just want you to know that God can use anything to reach them. Summer often brings travel, which can be stressful for some of us, but if you're afraid of flying, it's much worse, and we've got to help Tom.
Yeah. So I'm flying Saturday.
That's like the day after tomorrow.
It's for a great reason. I mean, I'm getting my kids. I got 4 kids, and 2 live with their mom like 800 miles away.
I love that you're going to have them in time for Dad's Day.
I love it. I just do not like how I'm getting them because I have a fear of flying. I don't know if it's necessarily a fear of flying. It might be more a fear of airports.
The whole place.
The whole, experience, going through security. And look, when I do that trip, I fly there. I'm going to spend about 2 hours
pick them up.
To pick them up, and then I'm flying right back.
So a whole day on airplanes.
Yes.
And I came into the office today. We get to share an office, and Tom just goes, I'm already sick in my stomach about it. And I said, we have to find help. I've never really been afraid of flying. I thought it was the coolest. And so I can't help him. So if you have any tips, maybe you've been afraid and something helped you. Or maybe you sat beside someone and you saw them doing something. I have no idea. All I've heard is people knocking themselves out.
I mean, I fly all the time because I always see them and, obviously vacations and this and that. I'm just not a fan.
It's awful for you.
And I always get stopped at security,
so then always. You're scared that they think, and you're like, did I do anything? I don't think so.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
I need someone to calm my nerves.
Think of it as a mindset that God put you in the airport for a reason. If you have the mindset that you're on the mission for God, then how can you be afraid?
Yeah, that's
Powerful.
A great idea. And then it gets your focus off of you for a little bit, which is hard to do when you're feeling
so selfish.
lot. No, not selfish, but when you're feeling a lot of intense emotions, it's hard to think about anything else.
That's good. Thank you.
That's really one. Is that
You're
what
welcome.
you do when you're in the airport?
Oh, gosh, I've only flown once.
Oh.
She's like, too scary.
Once was enough.
Just taking a quick second to interrupt this podcast to tell you about our amazing sponsor, United Faith Mortgage. Think for a second about what you could do with a little more money every single month. Things are so expensive right now that I've been going to Costco and buying my son's diapers in bulk. I'm trying to find the right gas stations to go to save a few cents every single gallon. We're being smart in every area of our lives financially, but maybe not with your mortgage. This could be a great time for you to refinance and just find out what your monthly payment could be with United Faith Mortgage. In fact, my husband and I looked into it in 2020, decided it wasn't the right time for us financially, and then went through with it in 2021, and United Faith Mortgage gave us a great experience because they have this direct lender advantage, which means there's no middleman, and that can often save you monthly and lifelong money. More money every single month could help your family this summer. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Just find out what United Faith Mortgage could do for you by going to UnitedFaithMortgage.com.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
Every single day, you can focus on the negative headlines, but I think instead we should talk about the joyful news. There was a pastor in Western Maryland who needed some extra money to put his kid through college, and it turned out they needed a janitor at the church, not just for the church building, but also for this big gymnasium that they owned. And so the pastor took the job and every evening would go mop the floors and clean the toilets. And the crazy part is no one in the church even knew that the pastor who was preaching on Sundays and in the pulpit was the one who was keeping the facilities clean and serving in that way every single night. Well, the crazy thing is that pastor is my dad. And that is the only way that I was able to get through school. And even though a lot of the church members, they'll never know that my dad did that for a year, I don't think I will ever forget. You know, weather is unpredictable, and sometimes a storm can come out of nowhere, and it really surprised my friend today.
Trying to leave the house, and out of nowhere, I felt like the cloud was just over my house.
Just yours.
Wind! Oh my gosh, I've never seen wind so crazy. So it was trash day, and all our trash cans are at the street. I went to pick ours up because it had fallen over. The neighbor's trash is coming my way.
Which is not easy for the trash picker-uppers either. What are they called?
The trash people. I don't know.
No, there's a better word.
The waste management.
Yes. It's not easy for them either. It was nice of you to try to pick it up.
Yeah, so I'm, bending down, picking up my can. As I'm doing that, a lid from another person's trash can smacked my head. And
that's so unexpected to be hit by a trash can lid.
And I'm seeing stars at this point, but I'm like, I got to get mine back into the garage before everything blows over. And I'm telling my wife, Jessica, about this, and she's like, you're accident prone. Like, everything happens wrong to you.
I have heard that about you.
And she's like, are you concussed?
Listen, he's been a little off today. It is possible, and it's all from a trash can. And on Fridays, we go into the weekend having so much fun. And the thing that makes everybody laugh in this entire place is Tom's laugh.
I have no idea why.
Because it's the best. And so on Fridays, you win a prize if you make him laugh. And the theme is dad jokes this week because of Father's Day, which also happy Father's Day to you.
Oh, thanks, Joy.
Tom's got 4 kids.
Woo.
Okay, so I'm going to go first and see if I can actually warm him up for you.
I got my game face on.
How does the moon cut his hair?
I don't know, Joy. How?
Eclipse it.
That's good. That's good.
I got a chuckle.
I want to get the cracking up crying one. I told you about that last week.
He didn't cry last week, but we both thought the joke was so funny. So Trina is the reigning champion, but don't be intimidated. Bring your best dad joke.
How do you find Will Smith in the snow?
Something about slapping.
You want to guess? No. This is pre-Oscars. This is pre-Oscars.
Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah.
You look for the Fresh Prince. Yeah. You look for the Fresh Prince.
Let's be honest, that didn't age well.
No.
Thanks for listening to the Afternoons with Joy podcast. If you want to hang out online, you can find us on Instagram under WayFM Afternoons or on Facebook under WayFM Afternoons with Joy.